Bragging that your dog's never been to the vet is not the flex you think it is. One of the things that really annoys me, which if you ask my husband is a pretty long list, that usually includes my husband, is when people brag that their dogs never need to go to the vet. If you're not a vet, how do you know they don't need to go to the vet? And no, that's not quite as pompous a question as it might sound. The thing is that many dogs will look perfectly healthy from the outside. They're eating, they're drinking, they're going to the toilet, and they're exercising. But there might be some more subtle changes going on underneath that you won't know about until it's too late. Things like heart disease, dental disease, early onset of arthritis, tumors, lymph node enlargement, that unless you know exactly what you're looking, listening, or feeling for, can easily be missed at home. Now, I always recommend vaccination for puppies and young dogs and dogs in high-risk areas. But at the end of the day, vaccination is something that not everybody chooses to do. But no matter what your decision is, you should still bring your dog in for a regular vet check. I get it. It's easy to think that perhaps your vet's just recommending a blood test or a health check or an x-ray just to make a bit of money. And you know what? Sometimes, unfortunately, that is the case. But the reality is that early intervention, early testing, early diagnosis can actually save you a lot of money in the long run, not to mention saving your dog's life. Heart disease is a huge killer of dogs, but there are medications today that can minimize those risks, and if started early enough, can actually result in a relatively normal lifespan. But the only way to pick up this type of heart disease before it's progressed is with a routine checkup with your vet. Once clinical signs of heart disease have emerged, like coughing, wheezing, and slowing down, the damage has already been done, and then we're just playing catch up. Thousands of dogs are euthanized every week because of arthritis. Now, age and arthritis are somewhat inevitable as your dog gets older, but if it's picked up earlier, you can start them on treatment, improve their quality of life, and enjoy their company for much, much longer. I have to tell you, as a vet, there is nothing worse than having a client say to me, "Is there anything else we could do?" And have my answer be, "Yes, come and see me 3 years ago." Bragging to me that your 12-year-old dog has never been on pain relief, guess what? It's not the flex you think it is. All you're telling me is that you've not bothered to take your dog to the vet, they've not had their pain picked up, and they've been in unnecessary discomfort and pain far longer than they should have been. Just because your dog isn't crying out doesn't mean they're not in pain. Picking up on dental disease or gingivitis at an early stage and starting treatment then can save you the cost of a dental and putting your dog under an anesthetic. But if you wait until your dog shows signs of dental disease, then guess what? You're probably going to be paying for a dental. Your dog can't tell you if there's something subtle going on, but your vet can. So don't put it off any longer. Speak to a vet, make an appointment, and make sure you're taking care of your dog's health.